Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. So as my title may suggest, today I am unboxing a traveler's notebook, and the one I'm unboxing is Foxy Fix. So I got the little box here. I ordered a number 2, so it's pocket size. It's very little, as you can see. It's a very cute little pink box put into my post box. So I'm going to do a unboxing, and then we're going to do a sort of setup where I'll show you in fast forward all the things that I did to set up my planner. Now I did order dashboards when I ordered this, but then I was refunded after it was shipped. I digress. Let's open up this little baby. So I ordered a Foxy Fix first. Okay, so I ordered this on the 15th of July. And it was shipped on the 4th of August, so it was basically the 15 business day mark. They do say it takes 15 to 30 business days to ship couture or made to order ones. There are in stock specials and things. I did a made to order one, and I'll show you now. So this is what it looks like opening up. Lots of little worms. And we got some business cards here. Fairly usual. Then they give you this sampler of one of their leathers, and I'm pretty sure this is sugar cookie. It's super soft and pliable. Yeah, and it's a really pretty taupe brown, which I think cookie is. So that's a sample that I got. Really nice that you get one. You get one with each order, so that's really cool. So let's dig out the bag and we'll get into the planner. So the only other thing in the box was my invoice, and it tells you sort of what you got, the extras and whatnot. So let's crack into it. It comes in this really cute canvas bag, and what I got was the botanical, that's the leather, and the color was orchid, so it's purple. So here we go. We'll take it out. Oh, it has some grime on it. Sorry about that, I just fast forward that because it had some, looked like glue residue. But here it is, my botanical orchid pocket. I got black stitching and black elastics, and I also got a black foiled moon, crescent moon on the spine. So I think that actually looks pretty good. I just was rubbing it a bit just then. But so this is the botanical leather. It's definitely thicker and not as like soft, but it's pretty soft as the cookie. But this cookie, the sugar leather, yeah, this is a really gorgeous purple. I love this crescent moon. So let's have a look. I got it in compact size, and I got so it comes with 4 strings. You can also get single where it only has 1 string, or you can get wide, which has 6 strings, but I thought 4 would probably be enough. And I also got the right pocket with secretarial pen loop and the left pocket with secretarial. So I didn't get the card extras, but you can kind of see how it makes it a little bit thicker here. But I think that's gonna flap. You also get a jump band, so you can add extra notebooks. And here's the pen loop. Looks really, really nice. Ooh, it's all leather. It smells alright. It smells like leather, I guess. I've never been one to really notice leather smell, but so yeah, this is the planner. This is orchid botanical, so you can just close it up like this, and I think it looks really cute with the black. It's very witchy actually. It's perfect for Halloween really. But I got this for my sort of everyday carry. But shall we get, I can't tell you much else about Foxy Fix because this is my first one. But I definitely recommend looking them up on YouTube. All the different openings and different leathers and different types and different ways you can order. But yeah, so this is just mine. Now I'm going to show you how I set up my inserts and all those things right now, and then we'll come back together and put it all in, even though I don't have any dashboards right now. My setup, I need to print inserts and all that jazz, so I'm using this J. Burroughs paper that's 100 GSM. It's the thickest that I've found in store that I can just go to my local Officeworks and pick it up. It's really smooth and soft and nice. And then I found this cardstock just at Spotlight. Don't know what else to say about it. It was at Spotlight and wasn't too bad of a price, and it's smooth. So here I'm printing some inserts for the pocket. I'll have the printer listed down below, but it basically, this one prints on the bottom of the page, so it's actually really easy to double side because you just put it straight back into the printer how it was already came out. So it prints double really nicely. I also printed off some cover sheets or dashboard images, and then I also printed the cardstock die cuts through there, which took a little bit longer for the printer because it does actually like feed the paper through really weirdly, like it bends it. So but it worked. Then I used a silhouette to cut out the die cuts. I would look up YouTube videos of how to use a silhouette. I don't think I actually cut them thick enough. I would recommend, if you want to cut through the entire paper, to set like the cut depth all the way to the most extreme, because then it'll actually probably cut all the way through. So you'll see me struggling to peel these up a little bit. But it worked out in the end. But if you've never seen a silhouette work, this is what it does. It pretty much just works off the registration marks, and it's mechanical. So yeah, here it's cutting out the die cuts. So this is the paper that I have found in Australia, easily accessible in Officeworks and Spotlight, because I feel like that's what printing your own stuff is all about. It's making it easy. You can download the October inserts the day before October starts and have them all done and ready, kind of thing. So while 100 GSM for the normal paper isn't that thick, I don't think it's as thick as what people recommend. I don't know the difference between GSM and pound, because Americans seem to sell paper with a pound amount. Anyway, 100 has served me fine. So here I am just pulling them all off. It was also a new mat, so that was also a mistake. So everything got quite stuck, but that's the joys of silhouettes, you know. But here I've got my die cuts all done, and I'll just clean off the edges. Okay, now I'm going to do cutting. I'm just using a Fiskars, probably the cheapest paper cutter that they have. And what I'm doing is I'm lining up with the marks for cutting from the inserts, but I'm not starting from the outside of the page. I'm pressing it into the middle of the page just before the registration marks, so I can easily cut all the way around. Because if you cut all the way through, you'll basically you'll lose the extra marks to cut the next lines. So you can see how I'm doing it here. So I'm lining up and then pressing in and cutting, so I just get the little square or rectangle taken out. So here I am just cutting out the purchase tracker from JI Designs or List Lab. Everything will be listed below, of course. Here I am cutting out the dashboards, but you'll see later how this fails, but oh well. They were cute while they lasted. At least I only printed them out myself. And I just printed these on the insert paper, and I apologize for my head in this scene. This is actually the first time that I used the paper cutter, so yeah. I was kind of just winging it at this point. And here I'm just trying to get them the right size. This one was a bit tricky because it was all white at the top. Don't do what I did. But basically, I put these pictures into Word, and I made them the right size in Photoshop, which you can just do by selecting the inches and putting in the inches of your of the size of the planner, and then I put them into Word at the 100% size, the right size, and I just printed them off from a document. So here I am now printing off some monthly inserts. These are from Annie Plans Printables. And this is September because at this point I didn't have the TN. This is pre-filmed actually, and I wasn't sure what month I'll be able to use, so I have September here, but I end up making August for the plan with me at the end. So now I am just going through and I'm setting everything up. Everything's pretty much in order. I find these longer ones are a bit more challenging to fold. I'm sorry my head was in the way, but I just tried to line it up with some of the other inserts to make it the right size. I don't know, you pretty much just have to guesstimate. There's no real science to it, I think. So here we are, folding, folding, folding. So far I've really enjoyed using these inserts, and the pocket size as well. So each start of new week has this extra flap on it, as well as a weekly overview, and they can be a bit hard to get correctly. Sometimes you have to fold them backwards instead of forwards to get the days to really line up. So as you can see here, I was really confused. So I put two of them to the side because they weren't lining up correctly. And here I am just working out what I did wrong. I think this will happen every time. It's just the Friday needs to be flipped and folded the opposite way. That's how I found to do that. I think two of them need to be folded the opposite way. So here's me. I think I've worked it out. So just look at the days and then look at what you have left. And yeah, I just had to fold it the opposite way. And then it worked. So that is my little inserts for September and how I made all of my inserts and paper goodies for the setup. Alright guys, now I've done the unboxing, it's time to set up. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff here, and I think I have to use the jump band. I'll show you how to do that. I have watched online. So basically here I have this calendar. I got it from Searching Sanrio 2017 Diary on eBay, and this is twin little stars, and it's like just has a month of view, and then it has sort of days across in the middle. I had to cannibalize it a bit just because I didn't want it to be the entire year since most of it's gone. But I thought this would be a good look ahead, and it also came with this plastic cover which can act as a dashboard, and I've just put the actual calendar cover in here for now. So I was going to use that as my first, but then I wanted to use, I guess I can bring this in. So I wanted to use these notebooks. I have this Annie Plans Printables. This is the Pocket Day on One page with grid. I didn't really need the times because this is just for work. So I want to be able to like do lists and stuff in here and have plenty of room. And then you get this sort of dashboard sidebar here and this week at a glance. So that is the whole of that. And you also get a calendar at the front, which I've already decorated, and I've used Simply Gilded Washi, Caress Press Deco, and also stickers from Once More Love Munchkins here, just to sort of have a little overview and make it pretty. Then you have the habit tracker, and then into the weekly planning. So that's Annie Plans Printables. Then I got this purchase tracker from J.I. Designs on Etsy or List Lab. I always need a purchase tracker in my personal. Then I have this Annie Plans printable grid, so you can just print off all the grid that you want. And I've just used for these ones a plain piece of cardstock to make a sort of more substantial notebook. And when I'm going to buy a long reach, stapler soon, so I will staple all of these closed, but for now they're just folded. And then I have another JI Designs List Lab goals tracker, and I thought that'd be good for my uni work. So I wanted to have them as well as this. I thought maybe I could squeeze in this Coffee Monsters Co. sticker book. I know Holly Plans tried it, but I feel like because all of mine just sticks out anyway, it might work, but I'm going to try and put it in. This is the Student Life sticker book, so I thought that'd be perfect. Otherwise I'll just shove it in this pocket like that. So let's get to doing this. I have these dashboards. As I said, I got refunded all the ones that are a bit like this, where you could change what was in them. So I've just laminated the pictures that you saw that I cut before. I just laminated them so they could fold in the middle. So we got these ones, and I used some scrapbook paper to do the insides because I didn't have enough. I definitely don't like this solution. I really want to get refillables, but yeah, I guess we'll see if I luck out on catching those. So I think I'm going to put these in first before we try the jump band. So I'm going to put my Disney princess, I got Jasmine and Rapunzel and kitties on the inside, and I'm going to try put this for my weekly. So let's put this one in first. I haven't put these laminated ones in. Hopefully they'll get flattened, you know, as we go along, and they don't mess up the elastic. We'll see. I'm not really comfortable with these, but I'd like to have them protected and decorated. So here we have the purchase tracker. Let's try and get this one here. The next string. And then we have, oh yeah, I didn't make enough dashboards for the last one because I only just realized I could try the jump band. So let's get this one in. Because they're so hard, I don't know if I like the feeling of this. And I'm just going to shove this one into the back. Ugh. Let's have a look. Can we like figure this out? Oh, yeah. I think that is a fail. I really don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It doesn't seem like it'd be easy to write in anything. Like, I'm doing my spreads here and I want to be able to, no. Alright, cancel that, cancel that. Let's get all of these abominations out. Well, that sucks. Hopefully it hasn't, it's pretty durable, so that's alright. I have a very cheap laminator, so I might actually be able to get some of these out. I'm just going to cut into them, so we'll see. I might be able to salvage these images. So I'm going to be right back and try to cut those open. Well, that was a huge failure. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. But I guess it's good to show sort of, you know, the ins and outs of what can happen. I can't salvage those images, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Because my scrapbook paper is only one-sided. And it's the little one. So it's only 6 by 6. So I can't actually make it like fold over to go on the outside. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I was really hoping for those dashboards, and I thought it was so cool that I was able to pick up all I needed, and if I stuck to this size, then I'd have all I would ever need. But you know, such is life. Never really goes your way sometimes. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I found some on Etsy, but they cost a lot, like a lot. Especially to get them here, so I don't know. Let me know what you would do. I just don't have much faith in being able to catch them on, you know, on Foxy's website and their re-release, because I find that that's mostly impossible. Alright, let's go and try this jump band thing. So what you do is you find the middle of your two books and you get your elastic and then you put them together like this. Did you see that? So you put the elastic through the middle and around in a sort of loops. And now what you want to do is pull these up and we're going to shove this one underneath. And now you have attached, can you see that? Through the 4 loops. I think that fits alright, the sticker book. It's not perfect, it sticks out a little, but then again, this is one janky notebook, so that seems to have fit all perfectly, and I've got, at least my front has a nice dashboard. See how it comes up out here? Anyway, you can see how you can fit so many in using that very useful jump band. Yeah, so I got tons of that, but what are we gonna do instead? Well, I have these 2 little bees, little appointment labels, and I thought they'd be perfect just to tuck in here in case I need an extra label or so. Let's get in here. I bought these Heidi Swap adhesive pockets off scrapbook.com. Let's take these out and have a look. Yes, they're receipt pockets. So to put receipts in. So you get says you get 2 of these. This stuck to that one. So you have 2 with the foil Love This in a Flower. You get 2 sort of clear with gold foil, that's really cute. And then you get 2 that are clear but with a black backing and polka dots. So maybe we can do something with these. These just have 3M strips on the back. So I think this one is set. And I just thought I could add a pocket to one of my dashboards. But you know, because these are fairly big, but it might be nice to have them in here. So these have, I want to put it on the weekly because this is sort of, once it's finished, it's going, the whole thing's going. But these have cardstock on the front, which I thought I could use. I do have these cut-offs that I might be able to use actually. You know, and then stick a pocket or even put the cut-off in the pocket. So let's get the purchase tracker out. We can use a pocket for stuff. Maybe we'll just we'll flatten out the cardboard. You're gonna really see me sort of, this video is real experimental. So let's take the strips off. So get it as close and straight the bottom. So we got the strip there and a strip there. So now we got that cute pocket. This doesn't need to be as tall. So let's cut that down. Put the kitties there. Then we could put something like this in there. Don't want to overstuff it too much. Maybe put this coffee here and this cute nameplate from Kina Prince, which is free on her Facebook group. So check out Kina Prince for these cute. Oop, now I'm gonna try and get this string back out. Come my little baby. We'll slide you back in. So now we've got a cute little pocket with the polka dots and the black and the cats, the coffee. Oh, I'm liking this a lot better now. That makes me a lot happier. I don't want to use all of them up, but maybe we could do one here on the grid, because I'm definitely keeping the grid and the purchase tracker in here. But also, because it's just plain cardboard, I can just, if I've finished all the pages in here, so maybe I shouldn't. Oh, I know. These will be my dashi board things, and I will staple these pages. But that way I can reuse these pockets. You see, because I'm cheap. And I don't want to use, you know, these pockets seem to be going fast, so... Yeah, I want to keep some and be able to reuse these. So let's just put this straight back in. Dig it. There we go. And then what should we put in this one? I really love this cat. You know? Trim the top, put the cat piece in there. I got another nameplate. I'm gonna put this in here. And maybe this girl behind. And maybe we can put the little Jessica there. The little munchkin that's from What's More with Love's Facebook group. So it's just a little bit of layering there, shove them all in. Alrighty, so I think that was a bit up and down, but I think I've figured some good stuff out there. So I'm going to put these to the side, clean up a bit, and we'll do the finishing touches. Alrighty, so the finishing touches here is I have two beautiful bows from K & Co XOXO. Remember, everything that I've used today is linked down below. So I want to mark, well, this is September, so obviously I haven't started yet. But it'd be good to mark the, you know, the day that I'd be on. So I'm gonna put that on the edge here. And then maybe my purchase tracker. Don't want to give you too many hints to my purchases, but so don't judge me. So that'll be my purchases, the purple one. So let's have a look how it's looking at the top. Oh, so cute. I don't have any charms or anything yet. I'm gonna put in this Pen Gems purple gold pen, and I have a High-Tech Pilot High-Tech C refill in there, which is what I'm liking in here. And then we're done. I don't have any charms yet, but you know, I will eventually collect more goodies. But that is the whole thing. She's actually pretty chunky even without dashboards. Oh my god, I love the crescent moon. I feel like this is just really witchy and fun, and it's not meant for Halloween, but obviously it could be used for that. This is just my sort of everyday one, and I love it. Oh, it's so cute. Let's do a little flip through then. Alright, so let's undo her and have a look. So in the front we just have the calendar cover, and it says 2017 diary, which is kind of like what this is. In here I've got the extra stickers. I might decorate this a little bit more another time, but that's what I've got for now. So we got the calendar in here. I need to do something with this. This is what came free with some washi. This is probably the only problem with this actually, so it pops up a little. So But I've got this sort of overview calendar that's little twin stars themed. Let's move that closer to the center. Then next we have the September weekly, and we come out, and this has the pretty decoration, which was actually really fun to do. And obviously I will do October for you guys. If you want that, please comment below. Then I have my daily inserts with my clip. So if you go through the rest of the month, then we get to the first sort of dashboard area with this pretty pocket and die cuts. And we got this cute bow here and my perch tracker. So pretty. Oh, I love this. Then we go to the next one, get another cool pocket with stripes, and here we have the grid. And I've been so far making a list of my October kits that I have. Yeah, my Halloween kits, not just October. Though really October is just Halloween, is it not? Then this one is undecorated, but this is the goals tracker, which I didn't really describe to you, but what it has is your goal, your target date, your reward, some steps or tasks that you can tick off, and the plan. So I thought that'd be good for sections of chapters or things like that. And a few of those. So we get to the end of that, and then we have Coffee Monsters Co. Student Life sticker book. So in here we've just got general school ones. I don't use all of them, but they'll be useful in this planner. Some highlighters, pencils. Probably won't use any of them, but some of them. And then we just have my pen and nothing in the back. Maybe I could stick this little gelatoni in here because he's already looking. There we go, gelatoni die cut. So I've used all my die cuts and everything. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, I also made an August lot of inserts, basically the same as the September ones from Annieplans Printables, because the TN came in a lot sooner than I'd realized. So I'm just going to do a little plan with me with you guys here, just to fill out this video and really make it the ultimate one. So I'm using this old Caress Press kit. I think it was from January. It was sort of a Valentine's Day kind of one. So I'm just using it here. I think it was called Ever After. And I'm just starting on the little sidebar here for the flap. So I put on the quote box, a weekly box for dinners, and a habit tracker. And now on the opposite side, I'm going to use, I think this is the other weekly box. So technically this planner will be for taking to work. So of course I'm going to put work related stuff. This week I didn't actually go into work at all, so I was going to Melbourne, but that fell through. So, but you'll see what I get up to in this plan with me. Then I decided, okay, what else am I even going to put in here? And then I put the spending one over the habit tracker. I don't know why I just did this. I was like, wait a second, what? It's a spending habit tracker to do no spend, but I don't know why I put the header on top. But anyway, because there's the part to write in. That's alright. Then I was like, okay, what am I going to do the last checklist for? It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I decided just to call it little things. I don't think I end up using that at all. But this is my first time trying these inserts, and I wasn't actually going into work this week, so it was still just trial and error. Then I wanted to use the date covers here on the weekly overview. And sorry, I should have edited this out, but off camera I'm putting all the numbers on. But you'll see I'm going to white out the actual dates here because they're too long for the date covers. Well, only just too long. Decided to white them out because I'm keeping the written dates through the daily pages, and this is the daily grid page where it's just an entire grid because I don't need the timed sections. And this is probably why you should staple your inserts because they kind of go everywhere when you're planning, but oh well. So here I'm just going to use the date covers for this instead, just to bring some more color and fun into the weekly section. I just like the way that looks actually. I really like having date covers in this part here. Because it's only going to be a very small overview, just the big things I have to remember that day. Either big events or the main tasks I have to do at home or at work. So now that's what I'm going to start filling out, and I'm just going to use the icons from the kit to do that. So here we go. Gonna get started. So on Thursday, I was supposed to fly to Melbourne, and it was also bin day, so I put that in there. Sunday I was coming home, so I put the home icon down, but then I wanted to put another one in there. Put a heart to mark my dad visiting. Then what else do I do? Oh yes, I decided to use these mini flags to mark the events I was supposed to go to in Melbourne, but medical issues came up, so I didn't actually end up going to Melbourne. Then I used the little washing machine to mark that I wanted to do laundry on Tuesday. And here I am just trying to mess with the inserts and okay, I think I was done there. Okay, we're gonna start on the daily. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so this is kind of like... So basically what I figured out from this is that you can fit 2 columns in this grid of the Erin Condren width, which is actually pretty useful. And what I'm going to do here is sort of a really strange layout that actually changes through the days. So not every day is going to be the same. So here I put the to-do header and the matching checklist checkbox and a full box in a random spot. This one I decided to try the diagonal, and then I have all this white space I can play with. So I put a half box, and this is me realizing what the actual width is of the section, which is basically the width of 2 Erin Condren boxes. And here I put a half box in and a emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. playing with washi tape to mark jamming on my planner. Let me actually take these inserts out, see what I've done in person. Then I put down a little thing, TV little thing to mark Twin Peaks, and another little thing that's going to mark my video. I'm going to do more with that in a second. Then I just put down an appointment label with a groceries emoji to mark getting groceries, of course. So now I'm just figuring out what I'm going to do with my plan with me's, and I decided to use some Clever Girl Crafts hearts, as per usual. Who doesn't love a little bit of foil in their planner? So that was Monday. Pretty simple. That was the first one. So now I think I've got the hang of it. So now I'm going to put in, I think every day I put the to-do list on the same spot, just for easiness of writing's sake. I think that corner is probably the easiest to write on. But I moved the full box around and I put a TV little thing in for Preacher. That's almost over, I'm so sad. Here I'm just looking at what did I do the day before. And then I put in a little quarter box and the dishes icon from the kit because I had to do dishes that day. What else? Then I put the laundry day sticker in, and I'll cut down a checklist just to mark the specific things I needed to get into the laundry that day. And I just put it down below. This is sort of easy breezy white space kind of stuff. Then I overlaid this half box a little bit and I put down a reading Coffee Monster's quote Moti to mark some work I wanted to do. So that is Tuesday, I think. I'm leaving space so that I can fill it in extra as I go. So I'm putting in the main stuff, like pre-planning, and then I can fill it out further in when I need to on the day. So now I'm figuring out where I want to put this full box. I decided to put it sort of off center here. That gives me a big space underneath, and then I'll just put this bill due for my Caress Press subscription renewal up the top. So now I have all this free space at the bottom to play with. Though surprising, I know a lot of people said that Pocket is really, really tiny and they never had any space to write, but I'm finding it a really good size for me personally. I used a lot of this full kit in here on these. I'm marking that to pack my bags with a suitcase from the kit, but I found that I've had a lot of space to do a lot of planning in here. I used up almost this whole full kit, and yeah, I still had extra room to put in stuff as I went along as the days happened. So I was really happy about that. I got my checklist in for each day. I got a full box in. I got all the main events. So I thought it was actually a pretty good size for me. And it being smaller, actually, I have to write smaller, which I think makes my handwriting a lot neater. So here we go. I decided to put the full box all the way up the top. And I put the flight tracker from the kit in there. And then I used a Caress Press suitcase sticker from her like extra functional stickers that you can get on her site, on her shop, to mark checking in. Then I wanted to put my payday in, so I just put it with a flag to make it really stand out, I thought. I thought that was effective. And then I wanted an extra to-do of extra little things, and here I'm just counting out each thing that I wanted to put in, so I didn't put too many checklists, more than I needed in there. And then I'm going to use a little things header. What you're seeing here is actually completely unedited. I just put it in and sped it up for you guys, so you can see exactly how I'm planning here, sort of going through how I'm going to put things down. I put another video down, and I put the coffee cup from the kit down for that little list. So that's the first lot of days that I was able just to take out by themselves. So now let's work on Friday. I'm going to do my usual to-do list. I think using these full box ones really adds a lot to the little spread going on in each page. Then I decided to go back to the Monday style and put the full box down at the bottom. This one I'm leaving a lot more open because I didn't exactly know what was happening on Friday except for one event, and I used a coffee emoji to mark that. But I want to leave myself space so I could write in reminders or things that happened. So that's pretty much all I'm going to have in there. I think I go back and add a video though, because I also have a video on Friday, so here I am doing that. So there's a video. So now we're going to work on the weekend. But I have this whole section on, oh yeah, I put the laptop down to say I needed to practice my paper. Now we're going to go on the weekend, I think. It's kind of weird looking back at unedited footage because you're sort of saying, okay, how was I doing things? So here we go, we got Saturday going. This is another one that I leave mostly empty because I wasn't sure what was happening that day. So I put in my to-do list and then my half box to mark an event. And I forgot about using the coffee cup, so I just put in some of the deco from the kit. And then I went back to what day? I think I went back to Wednesday's sort of spread, and I used the full box right underneath there. I really love this kit and the artwork. So I was really happy I finally got to use it. It was in the matte vinyl, so it's shrunk since I bought it, so I didn't really want to have it in my Erin Condren. So it's actually really useful to use these kits here. So I put the weekend banner over Sunday, and it still, works. I find I don't do a lot on Sundays, so it's probably better to have the weekend banner filling that space. And here I'm just putting the to-do checklist right next to the full box at the bottom. Maybe it looks a bit silly not having a header on top of the full box, but I'm about to fix that by putting a flight tracker from the multicolor sheet from Caress Press down there. And then I think I just put in 2 half boxes for my main stuff for some shopping I wanted to do on Sunday, and then another half box with a Glam Planner father-daughter sticker, which I'm probably just fishing out right now. Blah 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 blah. Here we go. To mark that my dad was visiting. So that was basically the whole structure of the spread and the using of these grid inserts. I just added some more to the weekly, and now I'm just going to put in some now I'm just adding bags here as well. No, I just added against it. Okay. I think I'm just going to add in some deco now. I'm adding something there. Just waiting to see what I'm doing. Alright, I'm flattening it. I'm getting it back into shape. And now I'm going to put some deco in. Jeez. I can't remember what I did. So I'm just putting a little bit of deco on the tops of each because I think there's a good amount of space up there to fit some stuff in. So yeah, that was basically the spread that I tried out in these new inserts. I'll hopefully be posting more. If you guys are interested, just let me know. I'll start doing some anyway, and we'll see how they go. But I actually really enjoyed doing this plan with me, and I thought the size and this layout actually really works. It's really like I can get a lot of the sticker stuff in, but then I get a lot of white space in return to add stuff as I go. So that is my Foxy Fix pocket size #2 Botanical Orchid Traveler's Notebook. My very first one and my very first setup. Please let me know what you thought. What kind of videos would you like me to do? I think in October I'm going to definitely do sort of Halloween setup and stuff like that. But if there's any other ideas that you'd like to see, please leave them below in the comments. Please thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to catch more TN stuff, hit the subscribe button. But I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!